My name is Maxwell Torrey. I work for Torrey Farms / Big O Farms. I am a manager, equipment operator, and I've worked at Torrey Farms since I was 16, but I worked before that because it is a family farm and I worked there basically my whole life. So here at Torrey Farms, we grow about a little over 12,000 acres of crops, and that ranges from cucumbers, green beans, cabbage, zucchini, yellow squash, winter squash, potatoes, onions, carrots. We grow wheat, winter wheat, alfalfa, field corn for silage, and corn for grain, and sweet corn. We farm, we milk about a little over 3,000 cows on 2 sites. Our main farm is in Genesee County. We're also in Orleans and Niagara County. And then we have satellite farms, one in Yates County and one in Cayuga County. Both those farms are muck farms that we primarily grow onions at. So I'm a heavy equipment operator, tractor operator, truck driver. So basically what that would entail is being able to jump on any type of tractor and being able to operate it properly and safely, and being able to operate any farm vehicle, truck, safely down the road with a license. As a heavy equipment operator, it has a lot of impacts on our area around us. So first off, driving the equipment, you're helping the farmer grow the crop, harvest the crop, take care of the crop, and then also may possibly deliver the crop. So, although you're feeding your area around you, we feed all the way up and down the East Coast to the Mississippi River. As part of growing and harvesting the crops, you're using products from local companies that are supporting you, from chemicals to seed to fertilizer. So by purchasing all those crops, all those people's jobs are also depending on you to using those chemicals to keep them in business, and it's just everything's intertwined. A basic day would consist of, you come into work in the morning, meet with your manager, and you'll get your tasks for the day, what you're doing, and then basically your responsibilities are to maintain the piece of equipment that you're operating. You're going to check the oil, you're going to look for things that could possibly be going bad or bad on it to prevent further damage. Anything you can do to prevent a problem, and just then complete your task in a timely manner. Torrey Farms is a family farm, so I've been involved in it my whole life. And I decided to stay in it because I love being outside. It's almost something different every day. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. I couldn't be inside all day sitting at a desk. That's just not something I could do. I'd rather be outside in the fresh air and tractor. Being that I am an owner-operator of the farm, I went to school for ag science and a business degree at Cornell University. But that necessarily isn't that common for an equipment operator. Really, there's not any specific requirements that we look for in that, other than someone that's safe, willing to learn, can follow directions well, but doesn't necessarily need to be an ace right out of the gate. We're willing to train people. The biggest thing is you want someone there's some people that have an ability to operate equipment, can drive things that are natural, and other people that's something they're not gifted with, and they can't, it's nothing against them, it's just something that they're not gonna be able to do. The biggest thing we're looking for is, you don't need to be the most gifted person, but if you have a work ethic, you're willing to work, you come in every day with a positive attitude, you're safe, you treat everyone with respect, you're not abusing things on the farm. That makes up for a lot of things if someone necessarily lacks in abilities. What this is a team. Everyone has to do their part to get to the end, to finish. So basically, if someone wants to, has no experience with equipment and wants to, enhance their skills or take classes to get better, there's the BOSI program you can get into that'll get some experience possibly operating equipment, safety measures with the equipment. The simple things you can do is, driving a lawnmower, working on your lawnmower, changing oil in your car, anything like that. Just getting you familiar with, motors and equipment and, mechanics. It's all a part of being an operator, is understanding how things work. So the starting salary that you could expect for an average equipment operator would range based on experience. I would say someone coming in with limited experience but basic knowledge of operating equipment, you could figure starting somewhere between $15 to $16 an hour, where someone more experienced would be in the low 20s. But the other benefits that you would incur as an employee would be healthcare, paid time off for sick days, and vacation. We offer a 401k retirement program. Being a vegetable farm, our employees are welcome to take home some vegetables every day. Being a heavy equipment operator, there are a lot of rewarding parts to it and also some challenges. I would say the rewarding part is, say you're driving a tractor, fitting a field, you see what the field looks like before you go over it, and then once you finish it, how nice the seed bed is, ready to plant, it makes you feel good about what you did. Some challenges though, I would say, is it's not something you can, zone out while you're doing. You have to be focused all the time because you have a lot going on, you have to multitask, you gotta watch in front of you, behind you, operate all the equipment. It's very, it really wears you down, can wear you down. So I would say, being an equipment operator, there are a lot of surprises that you might not know about. The first would be the technology that is available in agriculture now. I mean, you have GPS, you have, a lot of things that make the operator more comfortable and, a less strenuous job. And also, I would say the hours that farmers work. During the planting season, harvest season, you're working from sun up to sundown. And you're working weekends, there is some time, rainy days, you can have rainy days off and things like that, but if the sun's shining, you're gonna be working. Also, I would say the language, working on a farm, you're gonna interact with a lot of people that English isn't their first language. They're gonna speak Spanish generally, and being able to interact and communicate with them is, it's a surprise and makes it interesting. Probably if I could go back and tell my middle school, high school self something, it would definitely be to focus more in school and take it in more, because the more you learn, even if it's not necessarily directly related to what you're going to do, to have that knowledge base, you can always incorporate it into something. And the other thing would be, my second language is Spanish. I can communicate roughly, but I wish I was fluent, because it would make everything a lot easier. From when I started in agriculture to where it is now, I mean, it's changed drastically. When I started, there was really no technology. I mean, most things were, brute force, manual labor, something, you were using older tractors that some didn't have power steering, some, had cabs with air conditioning and a radio, but now pretty much everything you operate has, luxuries and comfort, and technology. Whether it's GPS or, implement control. I mean, there's so many different things that can be inside a tractor. The newer equipment's almost like playing a video game. You have to be able to look ahead and operate, hit 3 different buttons at the same time while going across the field. It's like a real life video game every day, but you're sitting in air conditioning with a radio.